Hello and welcome to my craft channel, Corrine Crafts. I hope you are all well. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. I thought I'd make a card today using all bits that I found in my bit box. So this is my card. Now, as far as I'm aware, I've done this design before, but I don't know what it's called. I think it's called a joy, as in the girl, or joy at Christmas, J-O-Y, joy fold. So it is one card with another card on the front. I've then left a nice area inside for you to write your message. It folds back up. It fits perfectly in a 6x6 envelope. I just think that is really pretty. And honestly, all these bits were just bits. Even the wax seals were bits I had left over from other projects. I hope you like this, and I'm going to show you now how I made it. So I love making projects when I can really dive deeply into my scrap box. And you're going to see on this that this is, well, a bit box rather, this is one of those projects. So we're going to create, as I said, a card called a joy, I think it's called a joy fold, where you have the two folds on the front. So first of all, I want to make my front panel. I'm going to be using Wooden Panels embossing folder. And I've got a water reactive ink pad. Because I've got a water reactive ink pad, I've come in with some watercolour card. Now I did use just some regular stamping card, and straight away I could see it starting to crack. So it wasn't working for me. So I just went on with something a bit stronger. I've added some blue ink. I'm just going to give that a quick dry, and then I'm going to add a little bit more. So can you see, I love this. I love where you get little puddles. Really, it's a lovely effect. And then you almost see, can you see the colours that make up this? So although this is ocean blue, and you say, well, it's blue, but this clearly got pink pigments in and all sorts of pigments in. Ah, that's better. There we go. Got a little bit more depth to it there. Right, I'll dry that off again. Let me just dry that. Okay. So I've just added a little bit of blue, and you'll see why. I just felt that a white panel was too harsh. So this is 4 inches by 4 inches. If you wanted to, you could, of course, make a bigger piece and then cut it down afterwards. But I'm going to do it this way. So I'm just going to pop that into my embossing folder and hold it down there. So it's a regular embossing folder. It's not 3D. So I'm just using my two cutting plates. You will know the plate combination. I'm just going to put that through my die cutting machine. Be right back. Here we go. There we are. So can you see it's really faded that? So it's just given me a hint. Now, because I added water, it's really helped the emboss. Look at that. It's so embossed. It's entirely up to you how deep embossed. If I didn't want it as that much, I could have just, what's the word I'm looking for? Taken a bit of the pressure off and done it that way. I love this. I'm just going to grab a little bit of that, and then I'm just going to do there we go. A few little taps. Let me see if I can get that a bit stronger. So it just means less water. There we go. Just to add a bit of point of difference. So it's the same ink, but it's just diluted less. Just tap it, pick it up and tap it on there. So that just needs another quick blast, and there you have it. Now, there are sprays and all sorts on the market that you can buy to help get a better emboss. But you don't need to. Water is as good as you need to go. So that is then going to be mounted on to some blue card. So we've got that. If it, it's just a little bit bent up at the moment, but it'll be fine. I'm going to come in with my all-purpose glue just for the strength. I will be using my new precision glue again today. Don't worry about that. I'm loving it. Oh, make sure my glue gun is pressed in. Don't think that's in properly. Oh yeah, it's nice and warm, because I'm going to need that in a minute. And then we can pop that on to here. So that's just a piece of card. So if I've got 4 inches by 4 inches, this is about 4 1/8, just over. But I just wanted that nice little border. And then that is going to go onto my card front. Now I'm putting it onto my card front backwards. Now you can see this was a big piece of card that I've actually cut down. I'd already put the tape on it, so I do think I need another piece of tape on there in that gap, don't I? I didn't notice, didn't turn it over and check. So yeah, it was something else I'd planned, and then I changed my mind. So let me put that piece on there. Otherwise it'll be a bit bowy, won't it? And then I think it should go that way up. that's going to go like that, and that is the beginning of the front of my card. What I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to take my stamping platform or stamp block. I'm going to put that on for a minute and just put some weight on there while we do the next bit of the card. This is a really quick card. Okay, so it's all done with A4 cards. So this was A4 card cut down to 4.5 inches high by 9 inches, scored at 4.5 to give me a 4.5 inch square card. So that's really easy. Or you can cut down another card. This is another piece of A4, cut to 6 inches by 9 inches, so it's actually shorter than the other one, but I've scored it at 3 inches, so I've actually only got a half fold at the front. It feels like it's been so long since I've done a shaped card, and I felt I really wanted to do a shaped card. So yeah, this is why we're doing this one today, because I just thought, yeah, why not? Indeed, it's Sunday, yes, and it'll be great to do. So that's going to go on the front or the inside. So all of my papers are from the Delightful Daisy collection by Crafter's Companion, and that's part of the Delightful Daisy collection too. It's up to you which ones you use. You can use all sorts. I've actually just ordered some Sizzix papers there. Somebody warned me that there was a Sizzix sale on. Oh yeah, I might have done a little bit of damage on that this morning, but it's all in the in the name of providing you lot with some lovely tutorials. So yeah, I call it work expense, really. It's not just playing, it's work expense, isn't it? I love it. Okay, so, and Sizzix is a brand that I've not really used before, so I'm really looking forward to having a go with Sizzix, because like I say, it's not a brand I regularly use. So yes, that should be good. Right, so that's that side of it. I love it when you've got a double-sided paper, because you can rotate the papers around or flip them over, and you know that everything will coordinate brilliantly. So like I say, the whole card is a 6-inch square, so the front panel is 3.5 by 6 inches, so I've just gone down accordingly. And you know me, I'm just going to give it a nice little burnish with my pressure tool. Just, oops, you see it still moves like that. Now, one of the things that makes cards not look homemade, makes them look handmade rather than homemade, is the small attention to detail. So what I mean is, with this, if you look, that line should run straight across there. So that blue should run straight there, and that pattern should run there, and the same on there and there. So there shouldn't be a difference in height. And those are the small little things that if you can get those right, your cards are going to look so much better for it. Just sort of pass that one on to you, because yeah, I found that makes such a difference. Okay, so there's my card. And I've got my second card. So you're not going to you could put it that way actually, and that would look quite nice. So if I was doing that, I'd probably put it as a single layer, not as a card front. And so you've got it like this. Because it's a card front, what I want to do is I'm going to centre that up in the middle, just there. So that should centre. Then that one will fold, and then that one will fold. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Really nice effect. So you could do this with tape, or you could do it with just a glue, and I'm just going to do it with the wet glue because it means I can get it right. So I put my glue on there, I'm going to fold it over, and then I'm just going to centre that in the middle. So I should have the same border, top, bottom and side. So I've 4.5 inches and I've got 6 inches there. So I've got basically 1.5 inches. So it's 3/4 of an inch on either side, top, bottom and sides as well. So that's going to go there. Now, when you open that, that's not looking right cracking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another piece of the paper, but I thought I would do the decorative side this side. And it's just the higher up bit from here. So it fades up into that because that's the back. And I'm going to put the pattern on the inside. I'm not doing the matte blue layer, which is unlike me. I'm going straight in with that one. Because this is a question people ask, is what do you do for an insert, or where do people write their message? So what I'm doing is nice pattern paper, bigger border than normal, not a lot, but just a little bit bigger than normal on there. And then you can put your sentiment. So I've got that like that. And actually I've got some transfers here, so I might use one of the... Are they transfers? They're not. They're clear stickers, aren't they? That's what the better word for them. So I don't want one of those, I don't think. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I love it just going... let's go. They're not really birthday ones, these, are they? But I think... Oh, let's go this one. You are beautiful. There we go. And these are just something that I had in my craft stash. And you can get these all over. You can get big ones. You can get full sentiments. I'll have to have a look because I did at one point have some proper sentiments. I've just nudged that and it's not straight. There we go. And I'm just going to put that in the centre there. And once you put it on and burnish it on, you see... There you go. You can't see that it's a transfer. It looks almost like you've stamped it. So there's my card and we're nearly there. So if you do need to put a little bit more pressure on, just put your stamping block back on and it'll hold everything down. Okay, so this is where I have been in my stash. So this one, it's a bit coppery, but I quite like it. I'm actually going to go just off centre. So it's up into the top corner. Now, what I wanted to show you was these. Now, I have done a tutorial, a couple of tutorials on wax melts. And these were some wax melts that I just had left over. Hence why I picked the colour of my card, because I want to use this one with the hearts. So I've just used some blue wax melts and some white wax melt, white wax melts and whirled them together. I am actually going to have a go at doing wax melts in my little pancake maker. I haven't done it yet, but hopefully... that will work. So this is going to go down in that corner. Looks a little bit boring. So again, I've raided and I can't remember what projects all of these were from, but they are all just little bits left over from other projects. Although I did find these out. They're from a crafter's companion kit. It was, let's see if I can see it back there, Floral Elegance Mixed Media. Oh, I just nudged that as I was turning around. The Floral Elegance Mixed Media collection had some little lovely little foliage bits in, and it had these little like pressed flowers. So there, those are the only bits that I sort of went and retrieved. So I've got a few little bits here. Oh, I was making a project with those hearts. Might see if I can see another one of those hearts. Let's bring the box in. See, this is my box. Oh, look, I've got a gold one and a blue one. That'll do. Right, this is purely shows you how everything comes together. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to actually use my precision glue. So I told you I love this. Just a minute, I'm all wonky now because I nudged it when I turned around. This is my precision glue gun, and I love this. It's my Sweet Petunia precision glue gun. I've just literally done a review on it after my purchase. I don't always do the reviews. You should do, shouldn't you? But I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. If anybody asked me, would you buy one again? The answer would definitely be yes. There is no hassle getting the glue out. Every little bit of glue comes perfectly. So I'm going to turn that round that way. I don't know why that way, but just am. Put that onto there. Just going to get my cloth. I really have used a small amount of glue on this, but don't worry, it's all going to be captured down at the bottom. Okay, so you can do wax melts straight onto your project, but I thought, no, let's do our wax melts. I like doing them separate. I do them onto my glass mat or onto a craft sheet and then take them off afterwards. It means I've got more control over them. So this is going to go down in this corner. So I've got my hot glue. I don't want to go too mad with my hot glue. I'm going to actually lay a couple of bits on. So let me just come in first because I'll have to trim some of these down. So that one's going to go there. So I think I need to trim this off around here. Let's go across that way. And then I've got some white foliage. That's going to go that way. Then I've got a lovely white leaf. Remember, I showed you with my project that released on Thursday, you can put so much foliage on and it really works. Then I think it needs a little bit of green because look, I've got all that green in there. Right, okay, so I've got those. I'm now going to put a little bit of glue on. I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to pop, oops. There we go. My glue stick had lifted. So I'm going to pop a little bit of hot glue down here. that glue gun's been on a while. Look, the glue's gone a little bit yellow, but it's not a problem. It only means it's just very hot. So that's captured all of that. Then I can pop some of these pieces in. That glue isn't going to set for a minute or two because it's so hot. Oh, I just threw that away. Let's get one of these hearts and trim it down. And I'm already covered in glue strings, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to slide that. Oh, I like him. Let's get another one of those hearts in. Now, yeah, you can see everything is floating around. We can go in and add more glue afterward. And that's too long still. Take a little bit off. And we can get rid of glue strings as well. So please don't get hung up about those. Let's come in with a little bit more. This glue hasn't set yet. It's been brilliant. And also I want to take in these. Right, they're starting not to catch the glue, but it's not a problem. So I'm going to pop that down like that and capture. Oh, it's catching me on the glue is this. But don't worry. You're thinking, oh, Corrine, you're making a right mess behind there, but it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all going to be hidden. Oh, come on. The glue is starting to set and I'm pulling it away. Right. Do you know what it's like I said on my other project? If it's not right and it's not finished, you're not at the point, are you? Right, better. Now, what I'm going to do is I can now put, without the strings, I can put some hot glue on the back of here. And that will then stick perfectly over there. See, I told you it's smoke and mirrors. All those bits that were looking like... Oh, I've got another piece of green there. All those bits that were looking like, you know, a bit of a mess because of the glue. It all works once you sort of put your top layer on. Now be careful because that's melting a little bit. I just need to leave that. I'd better not touch that for a minute. Let that set because the glue has melted that wax seal a bit because I did go a bit heavy on it. But I'm not worried because it'll all set back up in a minute. And then the last bit I want to do, I've got some little sentiments here. These are sticky labels and I'm going to pop that down in that bottom corner. Dream big. Now let me see. I'm just going to unplug my glue gun because it's very hot. Let me see. Have I got some blue gems? I found some just the right colour. But remember, if you've got certain types of gems, you can add your own colour to them just by getting your alcohol pens. So please don't get hung up that you might not have the right gems. Just colour some gems yourself and then that'll be perfect. That's all I need. 3 on there. So that, believe it or not, is my card finished. How quick and easy was that to put together? It is I believe it's a joy fold. It will stand up. I'm just going to stand it up because it's got this piece here, but then that'll go there and it'll still fit. That's nice and setting now. It'll still fit in a 6x6 envelope. So yeah, absolutely perfect. I didn't need that, did I? I am loving that. Something a little bit different, a little bit rustic. As I said, if these are flapping a little bit too much, just come underneath with a little bit of glue. I never glue the tops down because I like the movement. I can put a little piece of glue just there and that will catch it down. At that point, I'm not going to glue those hearts down because I like the movement. I like movement on my cards, so I'm not going to go any further and I'm going to leave it at that. How about that? Perfect card for a Sunday, just with bits from my bit box. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I've got lots coming up. I've got a really exciting one coming up for Tuesday. So yeah, please tune in. I hope you've enjoyed it and I can't wait to show you what I've got next on my craft channel, Corrine Crafts. Remember, all the links and all the information you might need are down in the description at the bottom. Yeah, so I'm just looking at this again and thinking how perfect it was that I put that off centre. I'm looking in it now and it just aesthetically works for me. I hope it does for you. Right, I'm waffling. So have a lovely weekend. Oh, and happy Father's Day if you are celebrating, and sending gentle hugs to anyone who might need it today. So have a lovely Sunday and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.